for tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And today, no, I'm not going to be dancing. I am going to be bringing you something very special. Every now and then, you guys know that I will do reviews of things that are designed to enhance or improve your collection, whether that be third-party figures that are designed to homage other characters and things of that nature, or third-party add-on things that take figures and elevate them to maybe come with something that they didn't come with initially, officially I should say, or things like repro labels that are designed to improve the look of your figures, your existing figures, by taking simple things like stickers and putting them on there and just making them have a more rounded out appearance. One thing that I'd like to take a look at is a new thing, and it's courtesy. I got it down here. Hold on. I'll bring one up. Courtesy of a site called Toy Stages. Now, I have a ton of them here. You can't see them. I'm going to show them off here in a little bit. But basically what we're looking at is, for example, us collectors, we display our collection. We like having it out there in the open. Everybody can see it, have a great time looking at it. You can enjoy it, and it looks a little bit more, less kiddie, I suppose. It looks like you have an adult collectible kind of thing going on. As you can see, I have a ton of Detolf shelves. They're IKEA shelves that are these nice glass cases. The lights are also from IKEA. There's a little plug for IKEA. Everybody always asks me where I get them from. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, 13! I learned how to count just the other day. It's an amazing thing. I have 13 of these, and as you can see, a lot of people have always asked me, I'm going to slide over a little bit. People have asked me a lot of times, why do you have it in front of your window? Doesn't the sun come through and doesn't it damage it? Well, you can't really see it, but I have little screen shades that are behind there that, like, as the sun hits it, it disperses the sun. So there's not a direct sunlight on there. That's one way that I can do it. But I don't know if you can also see it, but there's a lot of wires back there that, because it's a glass shelf, kind of makes it look a little ugly, unfortunately. What the folks over at Toy Stages have done is designed, and they have different ones, and I'm going to show a whole bunch of different ones, but for example, this is an Autobot designed background. It's printed on this extremely high quality paper. Again, we'll get into that all in a little bit. I'm going to go to my normal review area and I'm going to show you every single one of them. What they're designed for is you put them in the background and they're there, and it helps to hide things. It'll help to protect from, in my case, protect from the sun. It'll hide the wires, like I said. It's a wonderful way to help even further elevate your collections. Now you can use it for Detolfs. They have little wider ones. This is actually designed to look like Teletran 1. It's just the flat one. It's a little bit smaller. It's not really designed to fit in a Detolf, but you can put it just on a regular shelf. You can put your figures in front of it. They also have floors for it. So you can take this, you can take the floor, and now you can have your figures stand there. And again, we'll show all these off here in a minute. I got a whole bunch of them here. But that's the general idea. So what I'm going to do is, this was just my little introduction to me saying hi and showing you my terrible dancing skills. I'm going to go over to my review area. I'm going to show these to you now one by one. And then we're going to come back with some of them actually in my display cases. So let's get going and let's see how cool these actually are. Alright guys, so here we have a couple of the actual stages. Right here we have the small one and then a medium. I also have a large one that I'll bring here in a minute. But what I wanted to talk about first is the actual quality. Now, I think I actually said that it's paper. It's actually very thick cardstock, which is really very high quality. Just bend that so it actually stands. Come on now, stand. Now, to give you an idea of what cardstock is, basically it refers to a points to 1/1000th of an inch. Now these ones, including the Detolf, are 25 point cardstock. The large one is 40 point, like I said, we'll get to that here in a second. So what this basically translates to is that thickness-wise, these are about 0.025 inches thick, whereas the large one is 0.04 inches, so much thicker. To give you kind of an idea of what thickness I'm talking about, typically speaking, glossy photo picture, if you went to any place that develops photos, regular picture cardstock is about 6 and 14. So much lower thickness, giving these a much higher thickness to them. So taking a look first, obviously what you're looking at here, zooming in, woo! This right here is the small size, and this runs you about $10. And what's absolutely terrific and why these are worth so much is that while these are representative of very iconic images, they are all done by an actual artist. They have taken those iconic images, and obviously that looks like Teletran 1, and they've drawn this and done it out themselves, giving it a much more custom look to it, and probably to avoid some nasty lawsuits for looking too similar to other things. But it's exquisite how great this looks. I mean, right here is the entrance to the Autobot Ark, or exit, I guess you could say. You can see an absolute gorgeous image of mountains and rock formations in the background, and just a beautifully painted piece. It really, really is. As you can see, it can fold here on the side so that you can get that to stand. You can, like I said, you can sit there and have your figures in front and give it an absolute cool look. Now I'm gonna set that there, set that there. They also have actual flooring. Now this is the one that's designed for use on the inside here of the Ark. So all you do is you put that there. I mean, what else do you think you do with the it's not too complicated, Paul. Why do you think that people can't figure it out? But boom. And I mean, now you have a great scene that you can just have your figures in front of that looks simply terrific. Each of these floor pieces are only $1.50. And while these aren't necessarily designed to go with D12 displays, they work perfectly with the larger and even the smaller one here. Then you take this out of the way, and again, taking a look at Teletran, I mean, this also really has an impressive look to it. And these are the little mini bots, so they're not going to be too terribly big. But when you bring in somebody like Wheeljack or Smokescreen, that just, I mean, you can see the background really does scale very nicely with this. It just, as I said, elevates the display of your figures. They're actually standing in front of something, which looks ridiculously cool. And for a much larger one, this is the 40-point large one. And as you can see, it's outside the Autobot Ark. And it really is big. I'm going to move my camera back. You can get a lot of figures standing in front of that. Now, I actually do not have the proper floor for this. There is sand floor that is available that would obviously look a lot better with a background like this, but there are options for you. I mean, and that, again, absolutely terrific detail on there. I mean, everything on that looks exquisite and just really well done. The craftsmanship on here is out of this world. And like I said, this is a much thicker one. The joke is you could probably drywall your house with this because how thick it is. I mean, it really is a very thick cardboard. There's no way you're going to see how thick that is, but it's absolutely terrific. Now, like I said, a lot of the ones that I got, because I have so many Detolfs, are actual Detolf ones. And what you basically have are these guys. Now, for the pricing, I kind of stopped talking about the pricing before. The smaller ones run for about $10. The medium ones are going to run you about $25, whereas that large one that I showed with the Autobot Ark is going to run you about $35. It's honestly well worth it, I believe. These, like I said, the quality on the actual artwork is phenomenal. The card is really very thick and very durable. It really is worth it. Now, here's just the random 80s kind of background that nicely homages some of the packagings that we've gotten for the Autobots. You just got the nice grid, you got a big bright yellow thing right there, but again, you put that in a Detolf and it looks terrific. Or something like this, which gives you a real cool scene where you might have a nice battle between Autobots and Decepticons as the Decepticons are trying to harvest energy to fill their Energon cubes. I mean, whatever you want to do. But again, you see absolute stunning detail in the actual artwork. Or here we have another one where there's a big giant cave, maybe going through the back door to get into Autobot headquarters. But again, like I said, the actual artwork is just ridiculously impressive. As soon as I got these, I knew that I would not be disappointed in these. I was looking at them and blown away by the amount of detail and just how much fun that it just pulls when you have the figures in front of them. Now, there are a lot of other Autobot ones. There's a lot of different scenes that are inside the Autobot arc that unfortunately I haven't gotten yet, but don't worry, I'm going to be getting a lot more of these. But I do have a lot of Decepticon ones. Or some honestly have more of like a, I guess like a Cybertron sort of feel to it, something like this. Very dark, very purpley and alien looking there in the background. Again, carrying on with that, and you get just a real nice image here of like a building that you would see in the background of Cybertron. Really very nice looking. Or something like this, which has like Moonbase 1 there in the background. I mean, again, that is a really very cool look. Set this up and you could have that be like the entrance to Wheeljack's workshop or something. That's terrific. And honestly, no set would be complete without having Shockwave's lab there and having the space bridge activated. That looks terrific. And sticking with the kind of Decepticon look, and I should probably swap out my figures, but I'm not going to. You have the nice 80s look for the Decepticons with the black and the grid purple, and you got the big yellow bulb right there. A really nice, almost generic kind of background, but looks very good. And this one I absolutely love because on toystages.com they actually have the flooring that resembles waves and water like that, and the picture that they actually have promoting this is it's a bigger one. I mean, like I said, a lot of these come in those different sizes. I just picked the Detolf ones, but they also have like little flight stands with the classic Seekers, like Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, you know, all those guys in the classic mold on those little clear stands, kind of flying, looking like they're flying around. I absolutely love that. So again, wonderful detail. I really think that they captured that look for the Decepticon base tower coming out of the water. That looks great, and you got little water bits all throughout there coming off of the tower. I mean, really terrific. And for your Decepticons, you can actually have a nice base here on the inside, just showing off where they work and everything. You got a nice computer terminal right there. Got a nice huge display with a jet flying around. You got another little jet thing right over there, but great work. Outstanding shading and lighting. Everything on here looks immaculate. Here's another little experiment that maybe Soundwave is doing. And what also is really cool is you can see that you can take something like this and something like this, and you can bring them together and you can create a much larger display, which is really terrific. It gives you a lot of options, especially if you're going to be lining your Detolfs up side by side. This would look perfect together. Here's one that I really like, and I'll tell you why. It's because when you zoom in, trying to zoom in here, you can actually see like bubbles here along the side. So this is like an image here of a giant window inside the Decepticons layer that looks out across the rest of the field of their base that's underwater. I mean, you got some nice algae and stuff right here. Again, terrific amount of detail. You got some actual panels up here and stuff. I mean, just really impressive. I mean, even over here, you got little fish swimming around. I mean, it's great. Carrying on with that same kind of look, here's another window here, and you can see that there's a actual knocking down Bumblebee, or B, I guess, just B, Toy World B. You got a little cave here on the side, maybe, again, a little secret entrance into the Decepticons layer, but you got some real nice wire work along here. You got some that are just dangling. Again, you got some nice panels and buttons and things like that right there. Just really helps to pull everything out. And again, all of these have floors too, so you can add those. And just like I said, while they're not designed to work with the Detolfs because you want that glass look still, so you don't have to get those, but you could, and it still would look really very nice. And again, you got some more bubbles actually going there, and the algae. I mean, like, the paint detail on here really is nice. And of course, no display would be complete without having, well, the human space bridge. And again, you can take this, you can set this right there. Let me try and balance that. And if you get the opposite side, you can bring these together and put it something like that. I mean, it's not gonna look, here, let me see if I can get that flexed out a little bit more. And because it is such high quality paper, you can actually flex it a little bit. But set that right there, and now I mean, unfortunately, my review area is rounded and curved, so it's not going to do a very good job of standing there. But you can see that you can create something like that, and now you have the space bridge. And again, terrific display pieces and options for you guys. But here we have them in my details. Now, one thing that I wanted to make sure that I did is I'm recording this later at night so that you guys aren't blinded by the light of the sun coming through, and then you can actually see them. Like, for example, here you got the nice mountain scene with the desert and things like that behind them. Or down here we have a Cybertron. So all of them come together and, like I said, really do elevate your display and look terrific. The other thing that you're seeing is it really helps to hide the wires that are dangling from behind there. You can kind of see them through the top. One thing that I would like to, there's about I don't know, maybe 2 inches or so, an inch and a half from the top of it to the actual top of the detail. So there's a gap about that much. That's not bad. I do wish it was maybe a little bit taller. Just cut that maybe in half, so it just would hide that a little bit more. That would be one thing that I would like to see. That, you know, I mean, it's a nitpick, basically, is what I think. But if I were to have one criticism, that would probably be it. But it hides the wires nicely. It gives you a beautiful display behind the actual figures. And for me, it helps to also block the sun coming out. Now, I wanted to do this at night so that you could see them in the actual cases and not get blinded by the light, but it really does a great job of blocking that light that comes through. So it adds a little extra level of protection, I guess. They're terrific. I mean, they're very simple, but the quality is there. I really feel that they didn't skimp in what they were doing. I love the fact that they didn't just take a photograph of, for example, the mountains, or you can't see it because it's all the way over there, but they didn't take an image of the space bridge or the arc or anything like that. They didn't just take a picture and transport that onto cardstock paper. They actually took the effort to have an artist design them, and it looks terrific. The quality of the paper is top notch. The artistry looks beautiful. And the benefits are just there, in my opinion. It really helps to, like I said, protect your figures. It adds a level of enhanced display options. It hides things in the background, such as the wires. So everything on here is a plus to me. Now, these are just the Transformer ones. They also offer G.I. Joe. They also offer Masters of the Universe. They are, as far as I know, they don't have any Ninja Turtle ones yet, but that's one I think that they're actually working on. All of them they're perfect for displays. One thing that I would like you guys to do, I'm going to put all this stuff down in the video description. They have a Facebook page. I'd like you to go there, and if you have suggestions about what you would like to see, post. Let people know. I've seen some people talk about Star Wars things, or Kamen Rider, or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Give them suggestions. See what they say. Throw it out there. It's a new thing that Repro Labels is doing with ToyStages.com, and it can only benefit us if we give them other suggestions and other ideas. So like I said, I believe they're working on Ninja Turtle 1, so like right over there, you can't see it, but I have my Ninja Turtle display right there. My Masters of the Universe display is over there. I have 12 more of these that I have to get, in addition to a few more here along the bottom that I have to fill out. So I have a lot more that I have to get, but you guys are going to see them a lot more in the videos that I do where I'm on camera. I'm like, hey guys, and I show you the figure and I stand in front of these displays. You're going to see them more and more. So hopefully you guys check them out. I really do think that they're well worth picking up and considering if you have a collection like this, or even if you have the ones that are just on a shelf, something simple on a dresser. If you want to put something in or something behind your figure so it stands out a little bit more, those options are there for you guys. So again, It's toystages.com. All the links and for the Facebook, the website, everything's going to be down in the video description. Check them out. I highly recommend them. I think that they're doing a great job with this, and they're listening to us fans, and that's what's really very cool. So beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/teambotimus and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/optibotimus. Also, I'd really encourage you to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com, where you can see all my videos from the previous week, see what I have coming up for future release, and also get your very own Optibotimus t-shirt. And finally, I'd also really appreciate it that if you like this review, don't forget to please like, comment, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.